Have you ever wondered why some businesses consistently make smarter decisions than others? Why one company launches the right product at the right time, while another misses the opportunity? Why some managers seem to know exactly where to focus their team's efforts? The answer often isn't luck. It's data. More specifically, it's business analytics. Every day, businesses generate enormous amounts of information. Sales numbers, customer feedback, website traffic, employee performance, marketing campaigns, financial reports, inventory levels, support tickets, social media engagement. The challenge isn't collecting this information. The challenge is understanding what it actually means. That's where business analytics comes in. Business analytics is the process of turning raw data into meaningful insights that help organizations make better decisions. Think of it like driving a car. Without a dashboard, you'd have no idea how fast you're going, whether you're running out of fuel, or if something needs attention. Business analytics acts as the dashboard for an organization. It shows leaders what's happening, why it's happening, what might happen next, and what actions they should take. Many people hear the word analytics and immediately think of advanced mathematics or complicated programming. That's one of the biggest misconceptions. You don't need to become a data scientist to understand business analytics. In fact, every professional already uses analytics in some way. Imagine you're managing your monthly budget. You compare your income and expenses. You notice where you're spending too much. You adjust your habits. That's analytics. Now imagine a business doing the same thing on a much larger scale. Instead of tracking personal spending, they're tracking sales, customer behavior, marketing performance, and operational efficiency. The principles are exactly the same. Let's explore the 4 main types of business analytics. The first is descriptive analytics. This answers one simple question. What happened? Imagine you're looking at last month's sales report. Revenue increased by 10%. Website traffic doubled. Customer complaints decreased. These reports summarize past performance. They don't explain why something happened. They simply describe the results. The second type is diagnostic analytics. Now we ask a different question. Why did it happen? Perhaps website traffic increased because your latest marketing campaign performed exceptionally well. Maybe customer complaints decreased because your support team introduced faster response times. Diagnostic analytics helps uncover the reasons behind the numbers. Next comes predictive analytics. This focuses on the future. Using historical data, businesses identify patterns that help forecast future outcomes. Retail companies predict holiday demand. Airlines estimate passenger numbers. Banks assess financial risk. Streaming services recommend what you'll probably want to watch next. Predictions help businesses prepare before events happen. The final type is prescriptive analytics. This answers the most important question of all. What should we do? Suppose analytics predicts customer demand will increase next month. The business might decide to hire additional staff, order more inventory, or increase production. Data becomes action. And that's where real value is created. Another concept you'll hear frequently is KPIs. Key performance indicators. Think of KPIs as the scorecard for a business. Just like athletes monitor goals, assists, or race times, businesses monitor specific measurements to evaluate success. Some common KPIs include revenue growth, customer retention, profit margin, conversion rate, employee turnover, customer satisfaction, project completion time. These numbers help organizations understand whether they're moving toward their goals. But numbers alone aren't enough. They need context. Imagine a business celebrates increasing website traffic by 50%. That sounds impressive. But what if sales actually decreased? Suddenly, that traffic isn't nearly as valuable. Good analytics looks beyond individual numbers. It examines relationships between multiple measurements. That's why critical thinking remains essential. One of the most valuable skills you can develop is asking better questions. Instead of asking, "Are sales good?" ask, "Which customer segment generated the highest revenue?" Instead of asking, "Did our marketing campaign work?" ask, "Which campaign produced the highest return on investment?" Better questions lead to better insights. And better insights lead to better decisions. Let's also talk about data visualization. Imagine someone hands you a spreadsheet with 10,000 rows of numbers. It would take hours to identify important trends. Now imagine the same information displayed as charts, graphs, and dashboards. Within seconds, patterns become obvious. That's the power of visualization. It transforms information into understanding. Business leaders don't need to memorize thousands of numbers. They need information they can interpret quickly. Modern organizations increasingly rely on dashboards that update automatically. Managers can instantly see sales performance, customer satisfaction, marketing results, operational efficiency. This allows businesses to respond much faster when opportunities or problems appear. Artificial intelligence is making analytics even more powerful. AI can process enormous amounts of data in seconds, identify unusual patterns, generate summaries, suggest trends, even recommend possible actions. But here's something important. AI doesn't replace human judgment. AI identifies patterns. Humans provide context. AI makes recommendations. Humans make decisions. That's why analytical thinking remains one of the most valuable professional skills. Let's discuss common mistakes. One mistake is focusing on vanity metrics. These are numbers that look impressive but don't actually help improve the business. For example, thousands of social media followers mean very little if nobody becomes a customer. Another mistake is assuming correlation equals causation. Just because two events happen at the same time doesn't mean one caused the other. Good analysts always investigate before drawing conclusions. Another mistake is ignoring data that contradicts expectations. Sometimes the numbers tell a story we don't want to hear. The best professionals remain objective. They let evidence guide decisions instead of personal opinions. How can you start developing analytical thinking? Start small. Track your own work. Measure your productivity. Identify patterns. Review reports. Ask questions during meetings. Practice explaining data in simple language. The goal isn't memorizing formulas. It's learning how to think. Because organizations don't simply need employees who collect information. They need professionals who transform information into action. Imagine two employees. One says, "I think customers aren't happy." The other says, "Our customer satisfaction score has declined by 12% over the past 3 months, primarily due to slower response times." Which employee sounds more credible? The second one. Because evidence builds trust. Business analytics isn't about becoming obsessed with numbers. It's about making better decisions, helping customers more effectively, improving business performance, reducing unnecessary risks, finding opportunities competitors miss. As workplaces become increasingly digital, professionals who understand analytics will continue becoming more valuable. Whether you work in human resources, marketing, sales, finance, operations, customer success, or management, the ability to interpret data will strengthen every decision you make. The future belongs to professionals who combine technology with critical thinking, data with communication, analytics with action. Because information alone has no value. Value comes from what you do with it. If you found this video helpful, subscribe for more practical advice on AI, remote work, digital skills, business strategy, and career growth. Every week, we share actionable strategies to help you become a more valuable professional in today's global workplace. Now I'd love to hear from you. What's one metric or KPI you think every professional should understand, no matter what industry they work in? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.